following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. Green Bay.
Let's fucking go. My boy Ben Johnson got me fired up this morning, fellas. Brand new intro. Shout out to Aldo for putting that together. Absolutely beautiful. FGB, it's Packers week. It's time to take the fucking division. But first and foremost, we got to have a little pre-show, talk about last week and what our Bears were able to put together. Man, it feels good to be a Bears fan. And I don't think I've said that. Tooch, you've been around longer than I have. It feels good to say to say go Bears, right? What's up?
It's the most fun in a season I've had in a long time, man. Here we are. Let's go. Yeah, 10-4, just sticking around in Ben Johnson's first year.
And that's what I keep telling myself, Tooch, is we're ahead of schedule. This is his first year, Caleb's second year. I got to tell you guys, oh my God, I didn't even the throw last week. I guess we'll just get right into it. The Bears beat down the Browns last week, 31-3. Myles Garrett tried to get the record, but he didn't get it on us. KB called that on the pre-show last week. But the throw, man, I've never in a Bears uniform. Never seen it. It's just, and I didn't even attribute it to the catch that the 40 from Joe Montana to Clark until I saw people putting them side by side, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is a Bears quarterback doing this." Shout out DJ Moore. We'll see if we use him this week. I mean, they're down 2 wide receivers, which is concerning, but we got all day Jade Walker making his return. I know I'm all over the place, fellas. I got to reel it back in. How's everybody doing this week? Neil, how was your week, brother?
Oh, man, you know what? Nursing a knee injury. Don't know what happened, but we're rocking and rolling through it. Feeling walkable today, but, man, that new intro, so go ahead and tell you, wherever Aldo found all them models, backfield certainly in motion. Backfield is in motion. And I, too, love the tailgate. So here we are. Man, amped up, dude. It's Bears game day. It's Green Bay, hate week as it is every week, but especially on Green Bay game week, it's especially intense piece of Green Bay hate week. I feel really awesome about where this Bears team is. That game last week was absurd. Yeah, just complete 4 quarters worth of fuck you football domination. Absolutely, probably the most complete game that this particular football team has played in years. Amped up about it, dude. What do you think, KB?
Man, brother, I've been feeling great all week about this game, man, and I didn't have to reel myself back because I'm like, I'm low key feeling a certain way about this, but I'm gonna get into that when we get into it, brother. Man, it's like I said, it's been a good week, man. I'm just happy Then we got a game on a Saturday. I ain't got to stress over this shit on a Sunday. You know how it is, man. I just want to sit back tonight and drink beers and sit amongst my Packers friends and make fun of them as we whoop their ass, because it's going to be one of them nights.
Hell yeah.
I mean, if it turns last week was so nice to just sit back and not worry. All three phases. Well, I think we missed a field goal, but all three phases did their job. From the kick returns by Duvernay, he's coming on as of late. To the punting, right off the bat, Josh Blackwell's dropping it down at the 1 freaking yard line, which I thought for a second there a Browns player touched it and we picked it up, but that's neither here nor there. Defense showed. I was worried about Quinshon Judkins because we've struggled to stop the run all year, and Quinshon Judkins is a dude. If you've seen him throughout this year, the defense showed up and showed out and did their job. Shout out DeMarco Jackson. I talked about him last week. How good he's been, but he gets he won NFC Defensive Player of the Week for his game against the Browns. Had the interception, ton of tackles. I do believe. I know I tuned into ESPN 1000 the next day, and at least one of the shows, a bunch of people were calling in, had Shador's back, saying that they were too rough on Shador, and I was like, we're in Chicago radio, and all we're going to talk about is the Cleveland quarterback. I don't think Shador's a bust. It's his first year, but he is zoned in on Harold Fanning, and our defense noticed that, and they zoned in on that for sure. The DeMarco Jackson pick, as well as the CJ Gardner-Johnson pick, were both intended for Fanning, so our guys kind of baited him into those throws. And I think if I remember, Nashawn Wright almost had one too. So they were definitely. I was so happy, not only with the offense, but the way the defense showed up. If the defense can turn this around, we're a really scary team. Now, I know it's the Browns, and they're not a great team, but the Browns beat the Packers this year, and they've been in games, at least for a half, on almost every single week. Go ahead, Sue.
They're a lot like we were last year.
Yeah.
You know, a rookie quarterback and a coach on his way out the door. You know, yeah, Shador made a couple nice deep throws to Isaiah Bond that look real pretty. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, there's some potential there. It's hard to, kick the Browns when they're down because we've been there.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like you guys said, most complete game we played all season. Ben Johnson's prediction that we'd be playing our best football in December looks like it came true.
When did he say that? Was that September?
It was a while back. Yeah, it was
after the Lions game.
After the Lions game. Yeah. Yeah, it was in September. But yeah, I mean, Ben has done a fantastic job with this team. Better than maybe a lot of us expected. We were excited that we got the coach that we wanted. The Bears rebuilt the offensive line, the trenches. We've been calling for trench help for years.
Hell yeah!
Since I started doing barroom, 7-8 years, we've been saying we got to build the trenches. And, the free agent moves of Ryan Poles have largely paid off. Most all the moves he made this season have been golden, except you can ding him for Dio Dengbo, maybe Grady Jarrett a little bit. But other than that, all the moves he's made has just paid. The Nashawn Wright, CJ Gardner-Johnson, the interior offensive line, the drafting of Ozzie Trapillo, the rookies, from Monangai to Loveland to Burden. Luther Burden, man, he had some moves, Neil.
Buddy,
the highlight reels, man. How about it?
Telling you guys, man. And, it was KB a couple weeks ago. So Luther's about to have a breakout game. He's about to have a breakout game. I knew it was just a matter of time because, as I've been telling you guys, ever since that kid's sophomore, junior year highlight tape in high school, that he's a dynamic playmaker with the ball in his hands. And he's shown it, and he is showing up on several statistical categories as one of the best in the league at the wide receiver position. So seeing Loveland, I mean, hell, we talked about Loveland's potential involvement in the passing game. How about him getting physical as hell on that swamp monster at wide 9 last week, knocking his ass on the ground a couple times?
Yeah,
absolutely love the hell out of the way he's blocking. Absolutely love the hell out of the way he's being physical in the run game and blocking for his teammates. That's an amazing development. I did not really expect to see. And maybe I didn't take a deep enough dive into his film. Maybe I just wasn't necessarily expecting it. But, man, I love the way that kid drops his nuts and gets after somebody. And then Trapillo. Man, I tell you what, one of my things about Trapillo when Theo Bernadette went down, and it looked like Trapillo was going to get that start. I said, don't be surprised if this kid goes ahead and balls out the rest of the year. Don't be surprised if he has a breakout game himself, because that's the chemical makeup of this team. The DNA of this team is that they trust themselves, they trust their teammates, they trust their coaches, and when the back is against the wall and it's nut up or shut up time, they show up consistently, week after week, game after game. It is an amazing thing to see. And the most consistent thing you see out of this team every single, every single game, every single week, is their belief that they can win. They're resilient, and they just show up, man. Back is against the wall. When somebody goes down, it's they respond, and it's next man up mentality. And then, specifically for the wide receivers room for the passing game, that's what it is today.
Yeah, definitely.
AC.
Got the chat going. Absolutely. I mean, the chat's on it today. We're talking about Ozzie, a second-round pick. They traded down, ended up grabbing him, and at first we were like, I don't know, man. He drafted this guy who played right tackle. We're gonna try and force him into a left tackle role. It didn't look great at first, but unfortunately, he gets it due to injury when Theo Benedict goes down. But if you get a shot due to injury or whatever be the case, the way that Ozzie's been able to take advantage of it has been fantastic. And we've said it on here plenty of times. We still need pass rush. So if you've locked down your left tackle position, that's one less draft asset that you have to worry about. Whether they draft a guy. Actually, today I will be watching Miami versus Texas A&M. There's a couple of dynamic pass rushers that will be on the field in that playoff game to keep an eye on.
I got it right here for you.
The guy I was thinking of there. Yeah, and Bain. So I'll be watching that to see how they do against the raised competition of A&M and Miami. But if you've filled the hole of left tackle with a second round draft pick that you traded down to get, that's a steal, man. That's an absolute
on a
steal.
Rookie contract. Your quarterback's on a rookie
and
contract.
Then of course possibly your running back. I mean, I called Swift last week having a go off game because Tooch took Monungai, but I don't running back doesn't look like a need for me anymore. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Swift after this season, but I'm over the moon. KB, how you doing, brother? What was your thoughts on the game last week, man?
One of the first well put together games I think we've played as a team this year. I don't care if it was against the Browns. I don't care if it was against Shador. I don't care one way or the other. That's still an NFL team. That was the number 2 ranked defense for yards and was it yards or points? It's one or the other in the league. And I mean, Caleb diced them up. A lot of the passes that you've seen him throw were those plays that I was like, you get in rhythm, drop back, bump, 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 throw. And that's what you seen. Play action, bump, 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 throw. Well-oiled machine. You had a couple drops in that game that if people catch him, I mean, he has 5-6 touchdowns in that game. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Bro, I mean, just listen to other people's pods, man. Because I tell you, I do this all the time. I go to listen to another pod and I'll listen to people talk about people, man. I don't understand some of the vitriol and some of the words that people say about Ozzie. Ozzie played against the best player in the league.
Yes, best defensive player in the league.
I say yesterday, but he played best player. Yep. Hands down. Myles Garrett is a monster. Myles Garrett gave that kid his props after the game. He gave him the props during the game.
What did he give up? 2 pressures?
Yeah.
2 pressures. That's it.
Yeah.
He gave that kid probably. He was like, hey man, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I said, oh man. I said, Myles Garrett over there giving the boy love, man. It lends to how special this year has been because, we started off and we all had big hopes for Ozzie. We started off with, hey, this kid could be something, and then it's all of a sudden he's not getting the left tackle reps, and now it's Braxton Jones' job to lose and all this other stuff. But as the years going on, you see this coaching staff not willing to throw people out there if they're not ready, not willing to just willy-nilly rush people into positions they're not necessarily equipped to handle position-wise. And that's how I felt about what they felt about Ozzie Trapillo. They didn't feel he was ready to start over at left tackle. So, hey, we'll go through the rigmarole of these two dudes first. They can hold up. We get to a certain point, we'll give you your shot. They got to that point, they gave him a shot. Like you said, AC, I don't think running back's a big need right now. I don't. I don't. Whatever fire got lit under DeAndre Swift's ass, bro. I know the name is Kyle Malone guy and Eric Bieniemy, but my man,
yeah,
that boy is running like he's running for an extra paycheck, man, and I absolutely love it, man. I feel like that's part of the reason why we're gonna boat race Green Bay today.
We're gonna need DeAndre today in the passing game with Rome and Luther out.
Yeah,
man, I look for and it might be a Colson Loveland breakout game.
Oh man, I'm already thinking about it, bro.
I already put in five
all over.
5 catches plus money. I put my bet in this morning.
Hell yeah.
He's going to literally be all over the place, man. I can already see you're gonna have him in the slot. You're gonna have points where he's probably lined up on the outside. I'm pretty sure Colston is going to be used as the weapon today.
Yeah. I mean,
when you look at his numbers, man, I've said it on here before. I think he has the best hands on the team, and the numbers are showing that. I know, again, going back to the draft, everyone wanted Tyler Warren. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone wanted Tyler Warren, and now when they're looking at the numbers, at least since week 6, I think it is, because Colson was dealing with the injury, then you had the bye week and stuff like that. His numbers are better than Tyler Warren. Shout out to Barlissimo for the super chat. Thank you for the £2. He says, fuck Green Bay, FGB, FGB, FGB. Bear down. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You see, I got the Bear Santa hat on today. I'm hoping he's bringing a Chicago Bears dub for us today.
I got
J2K if Edmonds is playing. I believe he's playing,
for
correct?
His super chat. AC.
Oh yeah.
For Barlissimo, this is for him.
Let's hear it. Let's see it.
For my guy George.
I'm not gonna lie. I hated to see him go down because I wanted to play them at max strength, and I didn't want to hear any more excuses. But a lot of those people, when Jay Cutler broke his thumb, they thought that was the most funny thing that they had ever seen. The Bears still suck. Came ringing through Soldier Field every chance they get. It's a rivalry, though. You gotta go back and forth. Like you said, you hate to see someone get injured, but that was a big reason why. I mean, other than defensively, we couldn't stop them, so we'll have to work on that for sure with the big plays. But with their defense, he was his pressures were everywhere. He didn't get home, but his pressures allowed others to get home and really had Caleb running for his life in that game. So we'll see how they and this is a big thing for them. As you guys know, on the 12-ounce Core podcast, my co-host is a Packers fan. He's kind of going through it right now, but he said, this is a big test for Jeff Hafley, who's getting head coaching considerations by the New York Giants, etc., because he's from the Jersey area. How do you do when your star player is no longer there? How are you able to adjust? So we'll see how they're able to do that. But I'm not ready to move on from last week yet. That and Aldo put it in our intro. That throw was incredible, fellas. The more angles I see of it, I still not 5 or 6 times a game. I look at my wife, Mallory, and say, I don't know how he did that. And I've never done this as a Bears fan looking at a quarterback. The way he's able to escape the pocket, and I'm always like, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. And then he just slings it down, and all of a sudden here comes Komet with a freaking over-the-shoulder dot. And I'm just like, what? What are we doing? How does he do it? I don't know. It's magical. This is a magical season, fellas.
The numbers
and we're
back
just
it
at
up.
the start of it. This is Ben
He's the
Johnson's
best in the NFL, NFL history. He's the best at it in NFL history. He's through his first 1,000 attempts, only 12 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's the fewest of any quarterback ever in NFL history. The fewest interceptions in first 1,000 passes of their career. Better than Brady. Better than Manning. There's a lot to say there, right?
Really, you look at what Caleb has done since the final drive, the scoring drive of the first half against the Packers 2 weeks ago. Over the course of the past basically 6 quarters, just phenomenal football he's been playing.
Yeah.
And since we're in the holiday season, kind of like the Grinch, the heart growing 3 sizes that day. Caleb grew his quarterback 3 sizes over the past, 6+ quarters.
Yeah. When I'm watching, something's growing 3 sizes.
He's got something growing down there about 3 sizes. That's what's happening.
Y'all see the presser afterwards when they were like, "Hey man, so what do you think about that pass?" He was like, "I can make any pass."
Yeah.
The way he said it, how fast,
that's what I want my quarterback to say and think, right?
Exactly.
I want him to have that type of confidence that he can make any play that he could potentially, make on the field. And that is to be made.
And I also want to throw this out there since we since Packers fans want to, oh my God, we're so hurt and all this other stuff. Packers right now, games missed due to injury. I just want to throw this number out there. 157. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th in the league. 15th.
KB brought
who sits at number 1? You know who sits at number 1? Chicago Bears, 240 games missed due to injury.
Yeah,
but we're talking about people being hurt. 10-4, 10-4.
And you know what that also says, KB?
Had that one for you, KB.
Hey, my boy Tooch coming in the clutch with it too.
I got this one for Neil.
Yes. He does.
Well, I think that's for everybody when we say Coach Matt. I just have to say Coach Matt. But it's like, bro, I don't want to hear it. We're missing 2 of our starting wide receivers going into this game, man. I mean, you've been getting people back all year, then losing people all year, and somehow they're still pulling together. Right now, I'm gonna tell you, man. There's no team right now that I legit look at and say I fear in the NFL. There's no team this year.
Nope. We've been saying it for weeks. There's no dominant team this year
at all.
And based on that stat, KB, you know what that harkens to? This coaching staff.
Yes.
They prepared these guys to be ready to play.
Yep.
From the head coach all the way down to position assistants. And even factor in the strength conditioning staff, factor in the training staff.
Shit.
When these guys go down, they seem to come back pretty good.
Cleaner. All the way down to the janitors.
All the way down to the janitors, dude. Hey, that place is looking spick and span, sparkling clean. You gotta give them credit. But no, when these guys come back from injuries, they seem ready to play. It's not like there's not like a build-up period. It seems these guys seem ready to play. But in terms of just having the backups ready to play, having any position group ready to rock and roll, Ben Johnson established an all-star staff of assistants and coordinators that has these boys absolutely jamming when the time is right, when the time is needed.
It's the best I've seen. I mean, you could go back to Mike Ditka's staff. That was a great staff too, with Ditka and Ryan and Ed Hughes, some of the other, or Vince Tobin, all those guys. But this staff is really great, man. We're going to be sad when we lose some of these.
Al Harris is already, they're talking about him for DC in some places. Yep. I mean, he's got his turnover wall. That thing was a thing of beauty. I saw it last week on X. And
hell yeah.
He's going to have to get another wall the way we're playing.
Ask
the cage of balls.
AC, this season, a little bit of changing of the guard. I mean, the Chiefs are out of the playoffs. Mahomes went down with a season-ending injury. No one's happier about that news than Josh Allen. But, the AFC seems pretty wide up. The Broncos are doing it with a second-year quarterback, kind of in the same, same level of progression as the Bears. Second-year quarterback, relatively new head coach. Sean Payton's this is his second year in Denver? Second year, right?
I think
second
it's
or
third
third year? Is it his third year?
He had the 1 year with Russ, and then they drafted Bo and ate all that money, and then he's been with Bo for 2 years now. Well, this is his third year.
The Patriots are kind of on a similar trajectory as the Bears, but neither of those teams feel like a team that you just can't beat.
I don't know. I know I'm a Bears fan and I'm biased, but those Broncos, the way they play defense, that was what I took from the Broncos and Packers game, was the way they were able to pressure Jordan Love into making mistakes is what caused them to. I mean, obviously Parson got hurt. They kind of put it away after that, but if you remember on an interception, Christian Watson gets hurt as well, so that's their deep threat gone. Yep. But the way they're able to pressure, that they seem really difficult to beat, especially if they get home field advantage in Denver in the thin air. I mean, I know this is a Bears pod, and Bears fans might not want to hear it, but Denver is, that's a Super Bowl.
Well, luckily we won't have to play them there.
Yeah, it was calling spades, man.
Yeah. The Bears. Look, Puka Nacua would be a tough cover in the playoffs. Easily. Let's not kid ourselves. He's a tough cover. Matt Stafford's got a heck of an arm still at 40 years old or however old, 38 years old. And they can run the ball too. They have an excellent offensive line, a lot like the Bears offensive. I put the Bears offensive line up with anybody in the NFL, though. It's a great offensive line.
Yeah.
Now we're missing a couple guys today, but I'll tell you, one guy who stepped up last week, and he looked, AC, he looked like he was having fun in this game. It's been a long time since we saw the kid having fun. People wanted to trade his ass, but, we found out a little bit more about DJ Moore. This is his first winning team since high school.
Man.
Look at his record, the team records.
Yeah, I saw that breakdown, and it was talking about all that. And KB, big cuz this is his first winning season in the NFL as well. He went through trials and tribulations with Cincinnati and Cleveland, and was it Oakland or Vegas when he played for the Raiders? But DJ isn't the only one who's struggled through a lot of his career, and then all of a sudden he's on this win. I got to give a shout out to Matthew Fulchese while I'm on it.
Yeah,
he gives us a $10 super chat.
$9.99.
He says, "I'm fully expecting a W today, and if we do lose, it just reminds me of the Bulls not being able to get past the Pistons back in the day." Yeah. Oh, it's coming, boys. And it really does got the feel of the 2015 Cubs, the Bulls prior to really turning it on. The Blackhawks in, what was it, 2009, when they were right there, but they weren't quite there. It really right. Kyle Long came out and said we're winning the Super Bowl this year. I don't know if I'm all the way there with you, Kyle, but it's got a special feel to it, fellas, and
it does.
Like I said, opening the show, I can't remember the last time I was this excited and jovial about a Bears season, and it's Christmas, and I haven't done a mock draft. What are we doing? What world are we living in?
If you want to do one, you could do one, but we're not going to hold it against you. But look, man, to me, it's also one of the luckiest Bears seasons I've ever seen. The luck factor has been fantastic. A lot of bounces have gone our way. 19% of the Bears' drives on defense when we're going against another team's offense have ended up in a turnover, man. Lead the league in turnovers, 30 turnovers. We had 3 against the Browns, which that was as many interceptions as the Browns had points. So 3 interceptions to holding them to 3 points. It was an excellent defensive performance. They stopped the run. They've been getting gashed.
Should have been 4 or 5 because Shadur Sanders had his progress stopped. That's Austin Booker stripped that ball out. And then, we talked about earlier, Nashawn Wright cut one off. He ended up dropping it. But,
that thing was a thing of beauty, bro. We stepped in front of that. I said, he going to the crib, man. Then I seen the ball. I said, he had another pick 6. He had another one, bro.
probably why he dropped it. He thought to himself, what celebration am I going to whip out after I take this thing to the house? After I find the pay, what the hell am I going to do? That's going to make this crowd grow 3 sizes.
Yeah, we're going to need DJ Moore tonight, though, man. We need DJ Moore tonight to step up with those guys out, Colson Loveland. I mean, I didn't really know that about DJ Moore, and just to learn that, I understand the kid a lot more, you know, because I was a little bit hard on him from kind of moping. He looked like he wasn't having fun. It wasn't part of the game plan against the Browns. It looked like finally the Bears remembered that they have DJ Moore on the team. You know, fans wanted to trade him. You know, what can we get for DJ Moore? You know, that's like now we need him.
I talked about it last week when I was looking at Max Crosby being upset in Vegas. I'm like, hey, I love you, DJ, but it's still, and it may happen. If it does happen, it's part of the business, man. But it is great to see DJ finally having some fun out there. I do think that the Packers are going to. That'll be a big part of their game plan is don't let DJ Moore beat you. So that's why I mean, we'll get into it, but I think it'll be Colson Loveland more of a running game. Hey, if we get a Jahdae Walker touchdown today, I'd love to see that Skywalker celebration that we saw in the preseason. That was the coolest celebration. Yeah, you know, KB.
I don't know how he do it, man. I watched the video. Somebody was breaking it down on YouTube. I was like, hey, good for him. Because that's just to sync it up so it makes it feel, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, that would be it's something else, man. But they all look like they're having fun, Tooch. To be honest, I mean, they look like a team. They all look, you know, so close with each other. Remember the big question was if Caleb's going to be a locker room cancer, at least coming out of Chicago when we first drafted him. Is Caleb going to be a locker room cancer? Is he going to be able to be that leader that we need? He has been all that and more. I've been over the moon with the trajectory of my quarterback. In only a second year, he seems so much more mature than your typical second-year quarterback. Especially, I don't know if that goes back to how great he was all the way going back to high school, where it's just part of the program. But I've been over the moon excited for this Bear teams as a whole.
I
don't know where I was going after that. Go ahead, dude.
I got some numbers for you to flesh out that point. Caleb Williams on third down when trailing, 7 passing touchdowns. That's first in the NFL. A 144.7 passer rating, also first in the NFL. 7 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. That's also first in the NFL. 25 passing first downs. It's tied for second in the NFL. A 71.1% completion percentage. It's second in the NFL. 10.5 passing yards per attempt. That's third in the NFL. And 9 completions of over 20 yards. That's first in the NFL.
Wow.
How do you like them numbers?
Wow. Hey, man.
I love
Shady McCoy and them talking, man. You know, he's such a trash quarterback, and you know, he can't it's all talent that he's playing off of. He can't play in rhythm, he can't play in timing of a system. But I mean, he's only 400 yards off of Drake May, who's supposed to be an MVP finalist and all this other shit. Only 1 touchdown behind. They
haven't beaten anybody. The Patriots. They beat the Bills once. That's it.
They beat the Buccaneers. You know, the same team that's fighting for their life.
7-7
against the
shout out Panthers today, going for that division.
The division that nobody wants to win.
Sunday tomorrow.
Right. So I mean, so much better. So much better. You can't even mention Caleb Williams in the same breath as Drake May, according to Shady McCoy.
Yeah, I don't get it. KB, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's all this talk about Drake May as the MVP. What about Caleb Williams? No talk. No talk. And the throw last week. That was his 4th read. That was the 4th read in that play. Yeah. And he had the confidence in his arm to make that throw from 30 yards out back in the end zone, and you know, with 2 guys converging on the receiver. It was an amazing play.
You know how in college football players have their Heisman moment? That might be Caleb Williams' MVP moment.
Yeah.
That one right there. If that ends up getting to that point, not saying it will, not saying it should, But if it does end up getting to that point, then again, we are playing Green Bay today. He may have another one. He may have one next week against San Francisco. He may ultimately have one to win the game against Detroit.
I was gonna say, man, if right now I'm not so bullheaded to sit here and say that Caleb should be an MVP candidate or that we should be talked about as Super Bowl contenders and all this other shit. I'm not that bullheaded. I've seen this team let us down. I know this is a different Bears team. All that. This is my thing. If you find a way, you beat the Green Bay today, which I fully believe we do. You find a way to beat the 49ers, who are also fighting to stay in the playoffs. You lock up
they got a shot at the 1 seed too.
Yeah, you got a shot at the 1 seed. If the Bears go into the final game of the year fighting for a 1 seed spot, and they somehow come away with it, I think that there is absolutely reason to talk about Caleb being the MVP. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Certainly BJ Coach of the Year.
Exactly. Because at that point, we had no expectations. We weren't picked to win more than 7 games. You've far exceeded that. You've gotten to a point now where you're second in the division, fighting for the title of the NFC North that was supposed to be between Green Bay, the Vikings for whatever reason, and the Packers. I said, and the Lions. Lions right now are looking up at us, praying to God that we lose to the Packers. You got Packers fans over here. To me, the Packers fans should be the ones that feel the worst. You mortgaged your future, to get this player who got hurt, and that's sad. It's sad to see a player of his caliber go down. But you're supposed to be in a Super Bowl window with a quarterback whose stats
that was the piece to put them in the Super Bowl.
Just as good as Caleb's. Nothing that Jordan Love has done stat-wise or play on the field shows that he's a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. He's been in the league for 6 years, in the same offense for 6 years. Why isn't he putting up numbers like a Jared Goff or a Matt Stafford? We're not going to have that conversation, no. I'm just saying. You're talking about a quarterback who's been in the system for all the time that he has, and then a quarterback who's in the first year of the system, and their stats are basically identical. We got better record than y'all.
The Lions are looking at their playoff window closing, man, if you want my opinion.
They are.
I mean, last year when Dan Campbell said, we don't know if we'll be back here, or was it 2 years ago? Everybody laughed because they had such good talent on that team. The life comes at you fast, man. he may have kind of predicted it at that point.
The window doesn't stay open for long in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Chiefs might be they're more the exception than the rule. With the long run that they had in the playoffs, and I mean, you could say the Bills with Josh Allen are kind of a little run as well. They just haven't gotten to the big game. Playoff window doesn't stay open long.
Yeah, and I think the Chiefs, I mean, that's a whole nother story. I think they got to go into a full-on rebuild at this point. You're going to have Kelsey retire, and you got to figure out what you're doing with Chris Jones. Obviously, you got the hardest part of your rebuild in place with Mahomes and maybe Andy Reid, or does Andy Reid retire and let Matt Nagy take over, or what have they're like $40 million over in the cap. So the Chiefs got a lot of questions, and I'm sure nobody's going to shed a tear for them.
I mean, so like I said, I watch
Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, I watch a lot of podcasts, man. One of the ones that I seen was talk about what the Chiefs should do next. And a lot of these people were saying, hey, man, they should just shut it down for an extra year. Let Mahomes rest the entire next season. Don't play him. Go ahead, play whatever you play. Get
Gardner Minshew all season.
And then just go from there. He was like, y'all they take up 3 fucking Super Bowls. What else do you want to do? So I kind of felt it. I mean, it's true. Like, they've been competing for how many years? They've been either 1 or 2 every year. Like, shut it down. Let the man rest, man. You ain't gotta be a menace every year. You know what I'm saying?
Every year, Gardner Minshew pops up for a few games. Like, oh, there he is.
Right.
The Minshew stole Christmas this year, Tooch.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Bears Packers week though. We got to get back on track and talk about these Bears.
Yep.
Is the injury
We're not going to
report out
talk
for
about
both teams,
Michigan head coach.
No, we're not. We're not. Keep that going. Let's forget about that. Oh, just keep going.
Hey,
That shit's wild, man.
there's a great head coach on the available for you, KB, if you want him. Runs a good defense. Yeah. I don't know. I heard Kalen DeBoer, a lot of people was talking, but
I seen it too.
Yep.
Wasn't Jed Fish a Michigan assistant at one time?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Before all the nonsense started taking place.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many massive scandals is Michigan going to have underneath this AD and president before, some higher level accountability starts taking place?
Listen. They need your boy to come up there and coach. That's what it is. They need your boy to come up there and coach. I came up there and coach.
Coach KB?
We're going undefeated every goddamn year. I'm just telling you. We would own Ohio State. Telling you. We getting all the good recruits. I've done it on my college football 26 plenty of times.
That's where I thought that whole entire thing was coming from.
What I was gonna say.
We're switching this thing out.
I was gonna say, Neil, man, don't do that to me, man. Don't hurt my heart like that.
I'm not hurting your heart. I'm cheersing you, man. I'm just
Too
cheering
bad,
you.
it happened after Penn State stole Iowa State's coach. Otherwise, he would look pretty good up there in Michigan.
Yeah,
Matt Campbell.
Oh my man.
I don't know. Are they going to let Biff do a year and then go into next year and try to figure it out, or what? Because
I think they're going to let Biff coach this bowl game, and then they're going to clean this whole thing out. That's what I think is going to happen. Because supposedly everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
Supposedly the entire it was impossible to keep that a secret. Is what it sounds like was taking place inside that building. And
go get Bobby
hilariously
Petrino.
enough,
I don't think he's doing anything.
You say go get who?
Petrino?
Bobby Petrino?
Jeez.
He was the OC that took. I mean, he was the Louisville guy that went to Arkansas and had a scandal and wrecked his motorcycle, and then they brought him back as the OC this year. And then when Pittman got fired, he got the head coaching gig in for a couple of weeks. And it was sarcasm, KB. You don't want Petrino.
I think Michigan needs to go the direction of finding somebody that hasn't even looked in the direction of a recruiting girl. That's where I think this whole thing needs to go. They need a choir boy coming in there to lead Michigan football.
Yeah.
Complete opposite of, man.
Yep.
That's just a wild thing. That's an absolutely wild thing.
Gruden would be a nice fit for Michigan. Oh, my God. That'd be funny.
Hey, speaking of head coaches diddling recruiting girls and assistants, Ohio got fired this week. The Brian Smith guy got fired this week for diddling the recruiting girl.
Ohio University?
Yeah.
That's the Bobcats?
Yeah. Over there in Athens?
Yep.
It's like, hey, coaches, off limits. What you doing?
Hands off the student body, Neil.
Right.
Bodies.
Hands off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'd be willing to bet it happens a lot more than we know about, though. A lot more of these coaches are used to getting told yes. Yeah.
How about a little peek at the old college football playoffs while we're in there, huh? Got Alabama, Ohio State next round.
No, that's inaccurate. And IU's number one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
sorry, it's wrong now.
How Dame sneak in there? What's going on?
I got a bad graphic there. Sorry about that. Well,
you'll make Neil come through this screen, Tooch.
I was doing a lot of prep work this morning. I didn't have time to go over everything.
All right, so we got IU and Alabama in the Rose Bowl in a couple weeks.
Yep.
Go Hoosiers.
Oh man, you know
Go
what?
Hoosiers.
You know what? I love the fact that Indiana is where they're at.
Yeah,
absolutely. I would feel 1,000% okay with them winning the national championship if that was the case, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
my dad is going to like go absolutely apeshit if that takes place.
Yeah.
Also, would love to see IU absolutely skull drag Alabama.
Oh yeah.
The fact that Kurt Cignetti was hired at the losingest college of all time in Indiana, and has turned it around to be the number one team and undefeated season Big Ten champions, going back-to-back years now where they're balling out like this. That has really been what's I think caused so much of college football to have such a quick leash on their head coaches. I know I said it here at Kentucky. If Vandy can do it, if Indy can do it, why can't we do it here at Kentucky as far as competing and going forward? Now we'll see. Now, aren't a lot of these guys in Indiana or in Indiana? Aren't they JMU guys that came with him? So
they were transfers.
So he's gonna. I mean, Cignetti wins. He even said it himself. Google me. Is what I do. But we'll see what happens when those guys finally retire or finally graduate. Mendoza is going to be the number one overall pick.
And then Lil Bro's going to take over.
Talent and a good.
Yeah, what do you guys think of that
like,
kid?
The kind of guy. He reminds me a lot of Kirk Cousins, I guess. He's not going to do anything crazy.
Church and has manners.
Yeah.
It's the choir boy mentality. The you know what I'm saying, shucks, and the good boy image. It's funny.
There we go.
Sorry about that, Neil.
There you go.
I clicked on the wrong one.
I was gonna say, even when Mendoza smiles, it kind of looks like Kirk Cousins when he smiles. It's weird.
It was great when he gave his mom a shout out at the Heisman thing, though. I think that made me really like that guy a lot. And the way he reacted compared to the way Diego Pavia reacted for not winning it. You talk about a guy who was at the bottom of draft boards already. Neil, how does that look as a scout when you're saying maybe we can steal this guy in the 6th round, and then he goes and acts like that?
Scouts and GMs, they hate shit attitude. And it's not like he hasn't shown glimpses of that throughout the entire year, or really throughout the entire time he's been at Vanderbilt. He's always been a little bit of a cocky Napoleonic syndrome son of a bitch down there. And it came out in a big way after that Heisman. It's been coming out in ways here and there to begin with, though. Like, do you think that Heisman Mendoza is going to be showing up to UFC events, blinged out with his posse, with just acting like he's already made it? Diego Pavia hadn't done shit. He's played some pretty solid quarterback for Vanderbilt. That's the only thing he's done in his life so far. Acting like he is, won games, taking a team to the NFL playoffs, potentially a Super Bowl by now. All the stuff he's got around his neck, walking into that Heisman, looking like a mob boss. Like, come on, dude. A little bit of humble pie would be good for this kid to eat.
I'm gonna say this, okay? And I don't want this to be taken no kind of way. I don't want nobody to be like, Ryan, you using color and all this shit. If this dude is drafted in the first 2 rounds, then I'm definitely on this train of what they did to Shador was bullshit. Because everything that they said Shador was, this Pavia kid is, and I don't see him getting enough slack for it.
Did you see Diego Pavia? Here, number one, did you guys see Diego Pavia standing next to those other 3 guys?
Yeah.
Did you notice the significant difference in height?
Yeah.
There's no way he is 6 foot.
Yeah. The dude is small.
There's no way he is 6 foot.
But
that number 1 is going to take him into late day 3.
Yeah. I was gonna say, to say you were gonna sue the act the way that you're acting.
That's another thing.
Come on now. I'm just saying
the constant lawsuits, because he knows that his entire football career hems on him being able to play at Vanderbilt for as long as possible.
Yeah.
The entirety of the money he's going to make playing football is going to be at Vanderbilt, and that's why he's suing the hell out of the NCAA to basically get the Van Wilder plan pushed through to allow kids to play for 9-10 years.
Yep.
Hey, bro, go to Coolidge if that's the case.
They're making more than Puka Nacua, some of these kids. That's a shame.
Sure.
Coolidge College basketball had Michael Olowokandi and Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson. You can go play at Coolidge. We all get the reference, right? Or are we all getting the reference here? Van Wilder?
Yep.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind. It went my head for a second.
College there.
Yep, they do.
Yeah. That's true. Triple R. Yeah, it's crazy. Until they get guidelines on the NIL, you're going to continue to see this kind of stuff, though. And I don't know how they're going to be able to do that. I mean, they're talking about possibly calling them employees of the college to try and get a union in place, or what. I don't know what the plan is. But
there needs to be a collective bargaining. There
Bryce
needs to be
Underwood's
guardrails
making
on this thing.
How much? 12 million?
Wild West right now.
Yeah.
What were you saying about 12 million?
Yeah. Isn't that what Bryce Underwood's making at Michigan? Didn't that come out?
Oh, yeah. He signed something astronomical with the Barstool crew. Whatever he's doing with them.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy.
And that's the whole thing about it, dude. That's the entire thing about it. NIL was supposed to represent the ability for kids to make a few extra bucks based on the fact that their name is on the back of a jersey in a video game, or they could show up on Jim Bob's Chevy dealership down the road in a commercial to help sell cars. End up on a candy bar wrapper.
Yeah.
That is what this entire thing was supposed to be. It was not supposed to be pay for play. And that's what it is right now. And that's garbage. So that needs to be the main thing that needs to be eliminated. That's the main thing, that guardrails. We got to circle the wagons around that entire thing. I don't know, man. Yeah. There's so many things I would do as football commissioner to fix this whole entire thing.
And that's what they need. They need level-headed people that can think about this shit in their position to do shit like that, man. Because right now, you just got the wrong people, man. Everybody got their hands out, and they getting their pockets lined, and that's all they care about. It's killing the integrity of what the game is.
And the whole thing, too, is that it was put in motion by politicians. And you know what politicians do best? Number one, nothing. But number two, ready, shoot, aim. They don't think about the law of unintended consequences. They don't think about potential ramifications. It's just, oh, wow, I'm going to appeal to these people because I want to appear empathetic. No, you're screwing up the entire thing because you didn't have anything. There was no groundwork in place to be able to house this shit house that we have right now in college football.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. It's a big trash can fire, dumpster fire, and I don't know when it'll be fixed or how it'll be fixed, but
colossal.
I'll just continue to love the sport that I love and watch it from afar. What else you got for me?
Don't pay the players. The pay is a little out of control, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody in there saying
they shouldn't be getting paid more than pro players.
Nobody's saying not pay the players.
Yeah, nobody's saying that.
But when you sit here,
I'm saying it's out of control, and there needs to be guardrails on it.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say they need a cap. $12 and $14 million to come play at a school. You're buying these children. At the end of the day, that's what you need to look at it. These are children still.
Yeah.
And we need to pay them this X amount. And you're paying all these kids, and to be honest, a lot of these kids don't know how to manage money. They don't have the proper setup to have this money put away the right way or anything. You're paying these kids, and they're living fast and wild. And that's another topic for another conversation. But it does need to be managed.
Some of these schools are $90,000 a year. They're getting paid in free tuition.
That's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was one benefit to what is taking place right now, it is allowing these NFL people, these personnel guys, these departments to see who's going to turn into a shithead once they get a few bucks in their pocket.
Real quick, and the Homer Cuss dude, you're coming off. I'm sorry, you're coming off as an idiot. You must be somebody who doesn't have kids because you're saying you're not their parent. Of course, I'm not their parents, but I have young kids who are going to be in a position one day to go to college and be in either sports or wherever way they want to be. You're being idiotic about it because clearly you don't have kids. You don't care about the well-being of these kids.
The colleges aren't paying the kids; it's the wealthy donors who are donating to the colleges. You know, you got Texas oil money,
right?
You got Silicon Valley tech bros. I mean, come on, it's not the colleges, dude.
So he's talking about some of his kids. If your kid's in school right now for art or whatever the case is, would you be okay with somebody coming to offer your kid a shit ton of money to whore them out and rent them out?
Yeah, no.
It's not capped, and that's what we're talking about. You have to manage it.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be capped somewhere. It's just
it
isn't.
Yeah, there's definitely got to be guardrails in place, and I think there has to be in all sports. I think it's coming for baseball as well. We'll see a cap and a floor for that one for our White Sox fans and Reds fans and Pirates fans who watch them get a superstar and put nothing around it.
Colleges are paying the kids like out of their own pocket and budget and stuff.
There is a revenue sharing component that's coming through.
Right.
I'm not sure if it's this year or if it's now it's the apples and oranges. I'm not sure if it's this year or if it's the year after or whatever the case may be. I can't remember exactly when the effective date is.
Yeah, they have
now there's a revenue sharing base, kind of the same way that the college football playoff works and the bowl system works. All the money coming in because of TV revenue.
Speaking of guardrails,
it's distributed evenly amongst. Yeah, right. Speaking of guardrails, let's get off this topic because it's clearly.
Right.
It'll work itself out, I'm sure. Something will be done, and they'll figure it all out. But the Bears play the Packers today, the oldest rivalry in football. Yes, give me
how the hell did we get on that tangent?
I don't know.
We talked about the college.
Nope.
Is it off? We good?
Yep.
Yeah. So we were talking about the college football playoff, Neil, and then we got off on the tangent, and now we're back. So the Bears injury report: we will be without Luther Burden, we will be without Roma Dunze, we will be without Amin Agbamiga, the linebacker, Joe Tryon, Shianka, DeAndre Swift, Tremaine Edmonds, and Cole Kmet are all questionable, but I think they'll be good to go. And then Andrew Billings, Tyson Bagent, and Travis Homer were full goes. Was Big Cuz sick this week, KB? Did he catch the flu? What's going on?
So the little birdie I heard, there's apparently a big illness epidemic. I would guess it's probably the flu, but my cousin wasn't the only one that got hit with it. Apparently a lot of the players had it.
Yep.
I was told like somewhere around 12.
Bagent was out with the flu one week. I know that. Yeah.
So whatever it was that was going around, kind of got to a couple of the players, man, handful wide. So he's doing good. Then the other players from our center are doing good too. So it's nothing to really worry about. But I do know something was going around. A bug was going around.
There is definitely something going around. I'm glad I don't have it, but there's a couple people I know that have had one of the worst flus that they've had in quite some time.
Luther,
I wonder if that's exactly what's happening in that locker room.
Packers list a little bit longer, AC.
Here we go. Yeah. Marshawn Lloyd out, Josh Wiley out, and John Williams, a guard, out. A bunch of questionables.
Who's going to be their running back?
Yeah, Josh Jacobs might not play, and then we catch another huge break.
Yeah, I seen that. Shout out to the Chicago, the Bears now guy. He put out a pod or a short, or whatever you want to call it, saying that it's been reported that Buddy might not even play in this game. They might hold him out. So
yeah,
we might miss out on Josh Jacobs too.
All the momentum's with the Bears.
Absolutely.
For coming into this game. The Packers went into Mile High and lost their best defensive player. They might not have their best offensive player, Josh Jacobs. The Bears coming off a 31-3 whipping of one of the NFL's better defenses, and they played like a pretty darn good game in all three phases, like their best game, all-around game they played on last Sunday. So they're coming in with all the momentum. They're feeling a lot better about playing the Packers the second time around. You got to imagine the Packers locker room's a bit dark after losing Micah and might not have Josh Jacobs.
If you ask Romeo Dobbs, they're in a better place. So
whatever.
He said that about Tucker Kraft.
Whatever you need to get through the day, Romeo.
Is it Emmanuel Wilson who would be taking the handoffs?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
He's the only one in that entire running back room that's not hurt.
He's been surprisingly good when they have called upon him. He's played well.
Decent player.
I'm hoping Watson can't go. I know he's questionable with that chest injury. So you got him out possibly. And, of course, we talked about Josh Jacobs. Zach Tom is a big blow if he can't go. They're starting right tackle.
I heard that it's very unlikely.
I'm trying to think of
another guy that was important in the last game is Evan Williams. He's arguably their best tackler. And in that game, the Packers, they tackled really well. Look, the Bears all season long have depended on explosive plays in the running game. We didn't get any against Green Bay. They got 3 explosive plays in their passing game. That was really the difference in the game, which we got all the way down. I mean, we're still in the game in the fourth quarter. We got all the way down with a few seconds left, 14 seconds left. We're one play away from getting within 1 point, and arguably Ben Johnson said he might have gone for 2 on that last play against the Packers, and it would have been a something to see whether or not we steal that game by 1 point in Green Bay. It would have been something.
Hey, brother, crazier things have happened. The Seahawks scored a 2-point play off of
I'm not sure.
Just walking into the end zone and touching the ball.
I don't know. That play.
This thing happened, man. I'm just saying.
That's what they say happened. I don't know. I watched
play to the whistle unless we accidentally blow the whistle, then play past the whistle. I
don't know how many times as Bears fan we've seen plays happen where whistle was blown and then we get a positive outcome on the after whistle. I'm just saying then we don't get it.
Yeah. We haven't. We may start getting. We may get some Caleb rules. We had Jordan rules. I'm waiting for the day we get Caleb rules. Like Mahomes.
Oh my God! Yeah, man, it's crazy work.
Yeah. Let's see. I got a few other things here. Let me see. I think this is versus the Packers. Okay, the Bears' running game since the bye week. The bye week is when they largely started to turn it on in the run game. So since the bye week. 172.6 yards per game, 5.3 yards per carry, and a 46.7% success rate. Man, it's just incredible. And I think I have, was this before? No, this is the last 5 games. So, and that includes against the Packers, 160 yards per game, 4.6 yards per game, 47.4% rushing success rate. If that doesn't tell Ben Johnson, we got to run the ball today. Because in the second half, we wore them down. The Bears' offensive line wore the Packers down. I mean, this is the first, this is week 14 versus Green Bay. Our offensive success rate, we were at about 50-60%. So, I mean, second half, second half of the game, Caleb in the first half didn't have the best game, and in the second half he came alive. 154 yards, 96.1 rating, and 7.3 yards per attempt. I mean, we can't start slow again because that's going to put the game up, up for grabs. But I like our chances today, man. If you ask me, look at the line shift. It opened at Packers -1.5. Now it's Bears -2. So I mean,
it's been doing this all week, back and forth, left and right.
So I mean, a lot of Bears money coming in for tonight's game.
Starting off fast is exactly what this whole thing needs to be. They got behind the 8 ball 2 weeks ago. Didn't look offensively competent until late in the second quarter. Spotted Green Bay, 2 scores. Can't do that this week. It's got to be another week of FU football. Shove the ball down their throat, trench warfare, get after their ass. That's what it's got to be. I wouldn't mind if we just went ahead and took the ball first and set the tone. I know a lot of times you want to try and get the ball first out of the second half. I wouldn't mind taking the ball first this week, set the damn tone.
Yep. Yeah, we had the ball first against them the first time. Then we didn't we punted, right, last time?
Didn't do anything.
I think so.
And then they came out, they had the ball the first possession, second half, right, against us? I can't remember.
Yeah, and we stopped them because it was 14-3 going to halftime, and I was like, damn,
right.
And they get the ball after half, too.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
we
thought.
were able to get the 3 out, and then we were able to score, and I think that's when it made 11-14 because we went for 2. Shout out Triple R, man. I was going to bring this up when we were talking about running the ball. DeAndre Swift can break 1,000 yards if he runs for 65 yards today against the Packers.
Which you'd figure he'd be able to do in a very easy way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be the game plan is to run the ball.
Dude
I feel like
ran
every
over a couple
pass
people
play
last
that
game.
we do is off play action.
Damn.
Yeah,
near,
he was
Phil.
running over some dudes,
Ran
and
over
he even
some
high
dudes, man.
stepped on that for that one touchdown. Yeah, that was crazy. I was a little surprised that they weren't able to stop him, but I was happy, obviously. But yeah, if he could break 1,000 yards, that'd be awesome, especially against the Packers. Go ahead.
Bears are supposed to get Tremaine Edmonds back today.
Yep.
I wonder how how much he's going to play. Just he's probably not in game shape. Being out, but maybe he's on a pitch count or something.
Pitch count, definitely.
Well, again, back to what I said earlier in the show. One of the things that this training staff has done a good job of, the strength staff has done a good job of getting these guys ready to be back on the field.
Yeah.
The only one that really comes to mind that did not look ready is when Jalen Johnson came back 2 weeks ago when he basically went limp wrist when Jacobs had that 20-something yard run. He was in position to go ahead and knock him on his ass.
Not a lot of effort.
He did one of these things. He did one of these things, and I'm just like, that guy's not ready to play.
Yep,
that guy's not ready to play right there.
And then
he was better. He was better last week, but
we thought he got burned by Jerry Jeudy for a touchdown last week. End up coming away with the interception. Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
let's just found the ball in his arms.
I was gonna say that's the definition of don't give up on a play, brother.
Yep.
And I was about to rip him because he wasn't even looking back at the ball.
Yeah,
he was just face guarding the guy. No, I'm using a basketball term there, but I mean, that's what the hell he was doing. And just somehow magically came away with the pick there. That was wild.
Hey man, I think we'd be fair to and remiss to say if we don't bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Manoah guy is only 300 yards away from 1,000 yards. I don't know if y'all realize that. I just want to throw that out there. We
have two good running backs.
The little seventh round running back is. I'm just saying,
man.
I'm just saying.
KB is pounding the table for the cream of Mundan guy.
If for whatever reason, if DeAndre Swift is a little hobbled today, listen, we can get him that 60 yards and from this day to the end of the season at any point. But I got it.
Save the dude's helmet.
Of that today, KB.
I would love it. I don't care if he ran for 3 yards all game.
We'll blow up Edger Cooper.
He hit people like that all game. I'd be happy.
Mundunga's
my guy.
Oh man.
Trying to see what they're saying in the chat. Talking about somebody playing announced on.
We're talking about the Bears stadium issues with the state of Illinois, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, the Bears aren't asking for any public money with the funding of their stadium.
Correct.
And
they're just asking for
infrastructure,
roads to be sort of rehabbed to allow for fans to attend a world-class stadium. Now the team is playing fantastic. Now they deserve a better stadium. They deserve they're playing in the smallest stadium in the NFL.
And oldest.
You know, the oldest and smallest stadium in the NFL. So it's ridiculous. The state of Illinois is, I don't know.
Well, hey, I'm going to go ahead and give Homer some props on this one, because he did go and say at one point that the governor and the mayor of the leadership positions of the state are absolute trash. He didn't use exactly those words, but those are the words that I'm going to use, that they are absolute trash.
Being kind.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing about it is that, there's two things stadium-wise. Number one, local leadership is trying to hold that extra $500 million over the Bears' head, and the Bears have nothing to do with it. They've already exercised their responsibilities monetarily and fiscally. All the responsibilities that they had towards those particular ends on that stadium have been met. So that's on you.
Talking about the rehab of Soldier Field.
Correct. Talk about the rehab. There's like an extra $500 million that the I guess the city is trying to hold over the Bears' head. Absolute garbage. But you look at who's running the city, and obviously there's a little bit of a mental midget kind of syndrome taking place right there. But then also, we're talking about Arlington Heights. The infrastructure issue is strictly a governmental issue. The government needs to take care of the roads, needs to take care of the transportation, needs to take care of the general ease of which flow of traffic and humans and ease of passage into and out of a venue is able to meet not only fire code, but just the overall standard of efficiency. The biggest thing that people bitch about with Soldier Field currently is how much of a pain in the ass it is to get in and out. Well, number one, find a parking garage in the city, pregame at someplace like Flo and Santos, have some beers and some pizza, or find another spot. Go down to Israel Adanje's place, Staley's, grab a burger and some beers, and then walk to the stadium.
Yeah.
From those two particular places, it's a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
And very easy to get in and out. You don't have to drive into a Soldier Field parking lot to go and watch the Chicago Bears play. That is mainly a pampered media sort of talking point, is the colossal pain in the ass that it is to get in and out of Soldier Field. That's number one.
Yeah, I mean,
I totally get the whole oldest, smallest stadium thing. Totally get that argument, and also the lack of pissers. Have you ever tried to get to a pisser and out of a pisser and not miss half a quarter? I mean, that is a pain in the ass.
I mean, the Bears. Look, if I was the Bears, I'd have half a mind to just build the fucking stadium and say, "You fix the problem when it becomes a problem." There's a train that stops there.
It's very easy to get there too.
It has its own fucking metro stop.
Yeah,
and
right across the street from the venue.
Yeah, if the city starts having problems, if the city starts having problems with traffic, they'll trust me. They're gonna have to start fixing it.
Well, I think what Triple R says here is a big thing. I was over the moon when they bought that place in Arlington Heights, but they kind of put the cart before the horse, buying the land prior to having a plan with the land, and now it's becoming a whole issue. And I had a lot of people asking me about it at work, and my wife, her dad was born and raised in Harvey, but he moved to Northwest Indiana when he got older. My wife was technically born in Munster, and her sister was born in Hammond, I think, or vice versa. So Northwest Indiana, but those places are still, and people don't understand it when I tell them at work, look, Northwest Indiana is a 20-minute drive to Chicago. They're moving out of the state. What's going on? And I'm like, you don't understand. It's
Chicago suburb.
It's literally right there. It's not like
the Indiana state residents are still paying for the Colts stadium. The tax. They're still being taxed for the Colts stadium. I mean, to ask the Indiana residents to pay for another stadium, the Bears stadium, is kind of unfair to me. I don't know if it'll happen. They're talking about Hammond, Gary, whatever.
This is money coming out of my check.
Yeah.
The Bears already said they're going to go ahead and buy their
the
stadium.
Case of when they built that stadium. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mark says the Colt Stadium is paid off. Okay. I know Mark Florio had brought up a couple years ago the case of Cincinnati Bengals moving and buying a stadium with the Bears, but I wonder if there's any chance Colts are the AFC team. Is there any chance it could be like a Chargers Rams thing where they share the stadium? Then you get double the revenue, double the amount of home games.
No,
I don't know. I don't know. I know it's far, it's not Indianapolis. They may have to change it to the Indiana Colts. I don't know, but
the amount of money that stadium and all of the surrounding buildings, whether they put the casino, hotels, restaurants, bars on that property, the amount of revenue that would bring to Cook County is going to be immense. It's ridiculous that the state, county, and city are dragging their feet.
I mean, we need to get like a tax attorney on the show potentially to explain the demands that the Bears are making with regard to the, I guess, fixed tax rate that would be set in stone versus what, like for instance, I mean, just a very, very quick example. Brandon Johnson doubled the property taxes in the city of Chicago over the course of the past calendar year, which is causing a massive stress on businesses, specifically the local ones, and all of us as residents. Jacking up rent sky high, let alone the property tax people that actually own. I'm assuming that what the Bears are trying to demand is that the property tax on that place remains fixed.
Yeah.
And therefore allowing for a massive revenue generation situation happening in the local surroundings so that this thing can grow sort of organically. I think, is that what we are talking about here? I don't know tax very well.
The assessed value of Arlington Park, that property and the structures on it, there really are no structures on it anymore. The assessed value of the property as it stands right now with no structures on it, the Bears felt that the property tax on that parcel of land with no buildings or structures on it was too high, and they're probably correct. I think it was like, I don't remember what the tax bill was, but it was like 176 million or something. I don't remember what it was, but I mean the Bears are right to complain about it. There's no improvements on the land yet. There will be in a few years. I mean, it's going to take a couple of years to build that up.
Yeah,
but I mean, then after that, they can talk about the assessed property value.
But to Paisan's point here, if the Steelers or Eagles want a new stadium, it is done yesterday. For Pritzker for his fat ass to sit down there in Springfield and say, "Yeah, the Bears aren't going to be a priority in 2026." Yeah. Hey, go yourself.
Yep, I know. Now when we have a good team, it's like.
Well, the thing is, we see it around the whole country. The Bills are building across the street a whole new stadium. The Vegas Raiders were able to move out of Oakland to a whole nother city, and the amount of time it took us to try and build on a property we already own. I can't remember when the Raiders or when the Rams and Chargers built their stadium, but it was up and ready to go quick. Didn't take long. It's all. And I don't know whether to blame the Bears or the city, but it's all a bunch of bullshit. That's just, they said it wasn't a leverage to say Northwest Indiana, but it was clearly a leverage.
Mike North was talking about driving out 90, Highway 90 out west. There's plenty of farmland spots out there. Just
I heard Yurko talking about it on ESPN 1000. He lives there and he drives into Chicago every day.
He's down there in St. John.
Yeah, all you have to do is take 90 out west past Arlington Heights, out past Elgin, whatever, out past Huntley, way out there. There's plenty of, and then make the stadium.
Now you're getting down to no man's land, though.
Yeah, no man's land, half mile out there. You don't need to worry about infrastructure. I know it's far.
You need to build brand new. I think that's kind of the problem. I think they're just request that Metro stop there. Okay, let's enlarge that. Let's do some work on that. Let's make the streets just a little bit wider, a little more passable, a little ease of traffic flow.
The local
these seem like simple
Route
demands.
53, 290, Route 53, 90. That's where you're going to get into some trouble with the traffic and overflow.
Yeah.
The Metro stop is fine. I've accidentally I actually got on the wrong train, had to get off there. So nobody gets off there right now.
I've been to the racetrack a couple times, taking that train up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy to get to the racetrack back in the day.
Exactly. Yep, it's super easy. You could take the train from downtown, Ogilvie Station.
Yeah. You take the UP Northwest line. Yep. Which for metro purposes is the yellow line.
Yep. I was gonna say,
and it's about 20 minutes.
It has its own stop.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even coming from out here, man, you could take the South Shore. Yep. South Shore, get off at Millennium Park.
Yep. Get off Millennium, walk about a mile west over to OTC, jump on that UP Northwest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blame Johnson, blame Pritzker, blame them both for not only this, but several other problems that we have. Stop voting these idiots in.
Yeah, I don't know whether they have a deal already, Mark, in Northwest Indiana. I think they're probably still exploring a bunch of spots. I know they talked about Waukegan. There's a lot of stuff going up around Kenosha, like a lot of development up there when that Foxconn was building their whatever electronics chip factory up there. But I don't think they're going to go to another state. I just can't see it. Whether it's Northwest Indiana or Wisconsin or Southeast Wisconsin.
The biggest thing is them being able to make money in the off season as well when they bring concerts and stuff through. Because right now, when they go to Soldier Field, the Bears don't get a cut of that. And if you're they're billionaires that were born into this business. You're seeing all this money going to the city that they don't get any of. For
nothing from concessions, zero.
Exactly. You would think that they would want that.
That's
the bottom line. I think it'll get worked out. In my opinion, they'll still end up in Arlington Heights. It's just going to be.
I agree. I would just say fuck.
They're supposed to have shovels in the ground this year.
Yeah, fuck the infrastructure. let them deal with it when there's cars backed up all along the highways there. They'll figure it out then.
Well, apparently they don't deal with it now. Coming out of Soldier Field. I mean, what Neil said was perfect. Stopping. They got an Aurelio's downtown now, so I'm really happy. That's my Chicago pizza.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They're closed.
Last time I was there was
closed up at the end of May.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very sad. That was like right across the street from where I used to live. I ate Aurelio's so damn much. They closed Aurelio's. They closed up. What was the other piece of place that had like the wide open like sky roof? Roots. Roots is closed. Paisans is closed. Flo and Santos. Thank God. Hey, AC. If you went just like one block further west and then like 2 blocks down, Flo and Santos Pizza and Pierogies. That's where you go for game day pie. Or you go down there to Staley's and get yourself a burger. Get one of those 2 things. Burger Bar is right across the street from the old Aurelio's as well.
Because
good spot.
Yeah. Is that? Do you think that was, not to go back to politics? I'm trying to move on, but you think that was the taxes that made them have to close up shop? Because if they have to pay more in taxes to have a place downtown,
what's the sales tax in Chicago?
What's that?
What's the sales tax in Chicago?
10.25, I think, or 10.25 or 10.5.
Jesus,
absurd. There's small businesses that are closing up all the time because they can't handle. My favorite one of my favorite soup places, Soup Box, that was open for about 20, 30 years, closed up 3 years ago, and I knew the owner. He's like, yeah, this city is trying to shake me down for every little cent out of my pocket. I can't handle it anymore. McGee's just closed down. McGee's has been around in the DePaul neighborhood since 1987.
Yeah,
and they just closed down abruptly with no warning, just 2 days ago.
So sad.
Yeah, the taxes are.
Well, we got a big game, and we gotta try and close this thing up. Bears Packers. I'm gonna go around the room. I'll start with UKB, and we'll go down and around. Give me your, just like always, score prediction, bold prediction, MVB, and hit your shout outs. I did want to actually Tooch. I'll talk to you off air. So yeah, we'll go ahead and close this thing out and get ready for the Bears Packers tonight. Go ahead, KB.
Well, shit, man. I keep it as simple as possible, man. I feel like all week. I feel like the Bears are going to win this game, and I don't necessarily feel like it'll be nearly as competitive as last game. I got the Bears winning this by 2 scores. I came up with 34-21 Bears. I feel like the MVP is going to be Caleb. I feel like he definitely took the last game personal. I feel like Ben Johnson took the last game personal, and I think he kind of took that out on the Browns for a little bit. Bold prediction. Caleb has 4 touchdown passes today.
Ooh. Wow, nice.
That'd be my bold prediction. I feel like Caleb has his 4 touchdown game, and I think today squarely shuts up a lot of people. Now, I never feel this way about a Packers game. Never. I've never had a week where I woke up, I'm like, bro, we're gonna beat the Packers today. Like, it's always been, I'm not getting that feeling today. Usually, I'm pretty good in those feelings. Shout outs, man. Shout out to y'all boys, man. It's a Saturday morning, man. I woke up, I was like, hey, let me go ahead, get ready. You know what I'm saying? Got hit with the bathroom at first, but you know what I'm saying? get that situated. But man, games are on, man. It's Saturday, man, and it's gonna be a beautiful night, man. So shout out to you boys, man, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all brought it, a lot of interaction. Y'all know how it is, man. Shout out to the Podfather, my boy, getting better, man. He came on this week. It's good to see him healthy. So love y'all boys, man. Love everybody in the chat, man. Go Bears.
Hell yeah, KB. Feel a lot of the same way, brother. I feel a lot of the same way. I feel it's gonna feel like another dominant performance today. 27-23, 30-23 is what the final score sort of sang to me, but it won't even feel remotely that close. I feel like there might be some late garbage time touchdown situation possibly happening at the tail end of that game. It'll be like 27-16, 27-17, 30-17, going into the late in the fourth quarter. It's kind of what I'm feeling there. Bold prediction. Last week I called for about 5 sacks. The defensive front 7 is absolutely getting after their ass. I'm calling for it again, because that is what I think partially won that game last week. Was just the type of intensity, the type of pressure that Dennis Allen caused on that offensive flow. And we saw 2 weeks ago. That when Jordan Love didn't have time to throw, when Jordan Love couldn't find open receivers because of coverage, when Jordan Love was made very uncomfortable back there, he was not able to do anything whatsoever. And so what the exposure that happened 2 weeks ago, I think Dennis Allen is really going to lean into. And especially with or did we say Watson was back? Or no?
I think he's active. I think
are all the receivers active in this one, or are they lacking some
Watson
weapons
I think is going to play, but he's questionable.
Okay. Well, either way, one of the things that they exposed on us was that the inability for our back end to cover guys that were longer and faster in space.
Yep.
And so there needs to be some situations there that shut that entire thing down. But it all starts in the front 7. I think Austin Booker is really starting to emerge.
Yes.
And I think he is going to be one that's going to disrupt a few things today. I think in the middle, them boys in the middle, 99, 50, 97, plug up that middle, and then also get after the quarterback's ass as well. Big old Cuz should have had a sack last week, KB.
Man, he should have.
Big old Cuz should have had a sack last week. What happened there?
Close.
Hey,
You got to take that 385 pounds and put a dude on the ground, man.
Hey man, he really good at going in one direction. Now, well, you get outside that cone. There's a big boy. Can't get it going.
Yeah. Bold prediction, though. We put Love's ass on the ground, pick him off at least twice.
Yes.
Most valuable Bear has to be Caleb. To be Caleb. The run game is going to do their thing. The offensive line is going to do their thing, I feel. I already talked about the defensive front 7. I feel like they're going to do their thing. There has to be an uptick in level of physicality in this game, because it felt like at best it was a stalemate 2 weeks ago. There has to be an uptick in the defensive physicality and intensity in this game.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. It felt like a stalemate. That was the best it felt like in the last game.
Yeah.
Look, Bears are favorites for the first time against the Packers since 2018. I really want them to play against the have a game like they did against the Browns versus the Packers. That's what I want to see. I want to see not a no doubter, but just where we show that we're a better team than them. So I'm going to go 27-20 Bears. Sean and I talked about this on Weekend Sports Betting Tip. He's on the Bears too. I know it's only a 2-point game. I think the Bears are the better team at this point in time, especially with the injuries to Green Bay. Bold prediction. I think it's a Colston Love breakout game.
Okay.
Then,
yeah.
Most valuable Bear. I'll stick with Colston there too.
All right, Neil, you want to hit your shout outs, and then Tooch can hit his, and then I'll close this out.
Yeah, my feet got wonky there for a second. I'm not sure what the hell just happened, but the chat, man, you guys have been awesome today. Got kind of contentious a little bit. Lots of great arguments, lots of great points. I love the particular bashing of the local and state leadership. That's awesome. That needs to happen much more.
That's why I moved to Iowa.
I'm going to move back to Indiana here shortly. That's pretty much what's going to. I'm going to follow the Bears down wherever they move to Northwest Indiana. But shout out to y'all boys, man. Shout out to y'all boys. I say it every week, but it's true. It's true. It is an honor and a privilege to be on here on a weekly basis. And now that I'm actually on the intro and the outro, I feel a little bit more like a part of this thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
I feel like a permanent member of this thing now. It's awesome. But yeah, man, I love y'all boys and everybody that shows up. Thanks for watching us. Do not forget that this is the best damn game day pregame show on planet Earth for the Chicago Bears. Do not forget that. Tell all your friends, bring people in with you. Like, subscribe, hit the bells, follow all of these @things on X. Interact with us during the game. Hit us up in between games during the week. Give us some content to talk about. Give us some questions to tackle. And show up again next week. And, man, enjoy this game tonight because I think it's going to be the biggest game probably in quite a while.
Yes.
In terms of the recent history. This is the biggest game that this Chicago Bears team has had in quite some time. Let's get a big ass whooping tonight. Bear down.
I guess the Ben Johnson effect, right?
It's the Ben Johnson effect.
Exactly.
My shot, Aldo's back, and I couldn't be happier. I'm so glad he's on the mend and feeling better. Love talking Bears football with you guys every pregame. Chat room was great today. They're a little salty, but that's the way it goes. And then shout out to St. Benjamin of Chicago. Good, better, best, Neil. Right?
St. Ben, baby.
St. Ben.
St. Ben.
Yeah. This is the Packers are always dangerous. They got their backs against the wall. So I'd love to take the fight out of them today.
Yeah. Punch him in the mouth. Punch him in the mouth.
AC?
Yeah, I definitely agree. First and foremost, shout out to Aldo for being back. So good to hear your voice again, brother. On the other podcasts, and we're really happy to have you back on the mend. Shout out to the chat, man. They brought it today. I mean, everybody in there was all over it. We talked politics, we talked NIL, we talked to Little Bears Packers. J2K was like, are we not going to talk about all these matchups? I'm sorry, bro. We talked about some of them, but I've got a limited amount of time. I've got a great feeling about this team and the trajectory that we're on against the Packers today. Now, I felt good 2 weeks ago as well, and they failed to come through for me, but I think they learned something from that game as far as running the ball and what they're able to get away with. And now, especially without Micah Parsons, I know Mark has been saying in the chat all morning, they're harder to run on.
Are they though?
Without Micah Parsons? they say Michael Parsons' biggest issue is run defense. So
I mean, do they think?
But I still think they run the ball.
We can run on anybody.
Yeah,
we've shown that.
I think so too.
Time and time again, week after week, in a big way.
I think so too. Yeah. But I think they need to get off the bus running, as Lovey used to say. We need to pound this team because the best drive we had against Green Bay 2 weeks ago was that 18-play, 8.5-minute drive in the second half where we really wore them down and just kept leaning on them. If you do that early, you can maybe break this team's will, especially now that they're looking at injuries and the end of the season's coming. Maybe they start looking at if they're going to make the playoffs or not. I don't know. I don't want to talk about where their heads are at in this game. But for that reason, I know Caleb, everyone kind of took him as their MVP. I'm going to go back to the well and give me some DeAndre Swift. I really liked what I saw out of him last week. He looks fast and he looks powerful. I mean, he's running over guys now. I don't know if that's a shout out to Eric Bieniemy and our Dan Rochar with the offensive line, the job that they've been able to do to get space. But that'll be my MVP. Will be DeAndre Swift. I think Bears win. I think we score quite a bit of points. I'm going to go 35-24 Bears. So a little bit of a double-digit win. I think we're able to run the ball and set the tone really well against this team today. I think I've hit everything. MVP, score prediction. Oh, a bold prediction. I guess my bold prediction, Neil, you said we'll pick off Jordan Love twice. I think I'm going to go with that. I think we get a few turnovers today, it doesn't seem like a bold prediction because our defense has done it all year, but against Jordan Love, this has been one of his best years as far as not turning the ball over. So if you're able to get
they overall don't turn the ball over.
Right. I think that's a bit of a bold prediction as we're able to take the ball away from them defensively. Again, shout out to the chat, Aldo, everybody. I know someone in the chat said fix your Wi-Fi. I did update my Wi-Fi. Again, right on freaking cue. A couple of times it kicked off, but it's still. And then someone else said that he's not plugged in. I don't have that ability with this computer. It doesn't even have a plug-in, so I don't know. Maybe Santa will bring me a better computer. I don't know. But
that's what I had to do.
Great show, fellas.
I got a MacBook Air, and that the graphics processor might be what's slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But great show, fellas. And we'll just leave everybody with a fuck Green Bay and bear down.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bear down.